As a kid, whenever I would get a gift, a toy or something like that, I would play with it for a while and then promptly take it apart. Grab a screwdriver, take all the screws out, and see, how does this thing work? How did it go together? How do all those pieces work together to make this toy? And a toy wasn't just that one toy. For me, it was that toy plus whatever else I could make it into. Just deconstruct it, take it apart, and then reconstruct it into some other way that was different. It wasn't that it was better or worse, it was just different. Variety is the spice of life. So I'd take that toy and any other toys that I had and the pieces of those and put them together and make my new toys, and just had a great time. I'm sure my parents weren't pleased that they've spent all this money on these toys, and in days I've taken them all apart. But that's just the way that it was. I'd always been that way, and they pretty much expected that that's how I enjoyed toys, and they were right. So as I've grown as an artist, I've moved from taking my toys apart to taking ideas apart. Things that we take for granted, the standards of how those things are, the conventions that we've adopted and that we believe are the most pertinent, but we never take the time to see if there's some other vision, there's some other way that it can be put together to make a new idea. And so I guess the point is that you just can't limit yourself to what is apparent. If you take the time to pull these pieces apart and give them another purpose. Art usually tells a story. Doesn't always, but most of the time I think the artist is trying to say something. Even if it's just saying whatever the viewer is saying to themselves. So sometimes it isn't me saying, this is what this means. Rather, it's, what does this mean to you? So it's not really saying something as much as it's asking a question. And it's giving you these words, which form the first sentence of a story. And each one of these pieces represents something different for whoever is looking at it. If you take just the basic parts of the world and you give them to somebody, they're going to make a whole universe that's all their own, and it's unique from anybody else's universe that they would make from those things. And that's what I'm trying to do with this, is give people the freedom to see something about themselves, something about the world, maybe something about me, and open those ideas up. And it's not just limited to the figure and the work itself, but it's expressed through how the light can actually speak through this piece. So I am really happy with this. It's taken a long time for me to put all these pieces together to create this idea, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.